So enter the URL to access the system that we've given you. The first time you access it, you may get a pop-up regarding the certificate, and you just need to accept that. It's just a security function. But what you'll land on is the manifest. The two things that are somewhat functional are the manifest and the adding new reservations. Other functions are not, and even these are not completely. The manifest can be sorted by the different package types. These are just a couple of default sorts. And then it can also be sorted by status. So if you see over here, these are all of the no-shows for this date. And we're looking at the manifest for a specific date, this being the 14th. Those are all the checked in. This is what it's showing. Now eventually these different sorts will be printed as well, able to be printed, but this isn't functional yet. There will also be preset sorts for different user groups such as box office and greeters at the buses, the pickup lists. By clicking on any of the names that you see in the manifest, you can expand it. You'll see the confirmation number, their transportation information. You can access and change. Right now you can't edit these, but you'll eventually be able to edit them. You can right now update their status. So by clicking the X, I've made them a no-show, and you can see it automatically updates it. So that's how they get checked in essence. You check, you just expand folks. Now to enter a new reservation, you would want to go to that tab, select the date, and then starting in the last name field area, you would start entering the information. Tabbing will select through the fields in order, so you would just tab through and enter. Now what we'll be able to do eventually, given your feedback, is modify the manner in which this automatically, the page will scroll down, and we can also do different tabbing or key commands, have those hard-coded so that you don't have to do certain functions, but we'll want feedback on some of those items. You can enter notes onto the the reservation. What you'll see is what is not here yet is the pickup information, the ability to associate a hotel and pickup location with it. It's not functional yet. But when you're ready to add the people on the reservation, at least for the first one, you need to enter the name again of the reservation, and then hit Add Person. But what will happen is, if you want to add more, it'll automatically default with that name. You can put a new name if you want to put all the names under the reservation, or just keep it as that and just select, for in this instance, we're going to add a youth. So those two now have been added to this reservation. So when you're ready, you'd click Next, and that'll take you to the payment screen. Now the payment screen is not completely functional either. And actually that's as far in the reservation process as you can get at this point. But basically, if you were going to do a pay in full by credit card, clicking that tab, you'd enter all that information and process. Authorize only is not yet functional. Reserve only is not yet functional. We're going to work with you folks. We want to work with you to get the details of how that should function nailed down. So that's the basics that we want you to start looking at. So for providing comments and feedback, if you get a notification from the system, from our system, it'll show up in your email. You see the message will have a bracket that says JUTS, that lets you know it's coming from the system. You'll be able to read the actual message that's been provided. This would be like, for instance, if you're getting a response to a question from Sudara, our coder, you could read that, and then if you needed to reply, you can do so by just clicking the comment link, which takes you to the system. You're going to need to enter your login information, and once you do so and click sign in, it'll pass you through directly to that same thread of conversation, but from within the project management system. And there you'll be able to enter your comments or response, or if you have additional questions or needs. And what this will do is everyone who's included on this thread will receive these updates through their email. And this will be a central place where all folks can monitor, who are included on the thread, monitor the progress and interact with one another. But what we'd like is we really want to have the folks doing the user testing to be able to interact directly with Sudara, the developer, and have him respond directly to you folks. And that'll be the best way to proceed as we engage in this testing and refinement process. So you enter your comment and hit the post button at the bottom, and it'll post it to the system. That sends out the email notifications and everything. So this is how you do it if you're responding to a message that you've received a notification of in your email. Another way is that you can also just log directly into the system by going to the project URL, the project system, entering your username and password, you'll land on the project overview page. And if you go to the messages tab, and from within that, if you go to the category of the user testing and refinements, you'll see the threads of conversation. You select the correct one that you're wanting to respond in, or add a request or comment to. And in the same way, you just enter your comment or request in the box and you hit post. That's basically it.